One thing is for sure, Rashee Rice has to eat against the Dallas Cowboys, and he's not alone. His buddy Chris Jones has got to get in the action too. Those are two keys to this game, and I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs are after those guys down in Dallas. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Ryan. This is me going rogue, and it's snowing outside, and we got flurries and stuff, so I'm not doing the walk today. I need to knock this one out because it's a holiday week. We're on a short week too, and I know you guys all are as well. We're brought to you by Underdog tonight. Welcome them back to the show. It's been a bit, but glad that they're here, and I'm glad that you're here because I got a couple of things that I just got to get off my chest about this team and about how they're going to play and what in the hell just happened against the Colts. They got to double down. They have got to make sure that this offense lives up to its own hype. They got to get after it no matter what. And that means both ways. They got to run the ball and they got to play action. They got to be under center and they have to be able to throw the ball. Rashee Rice in particular has to be the key to that because when it comes to the pass game, which I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to want the Chiefs to go to, and I think in this particular action, I think the Chiefs see a more opportunity in the pass game. They have to make sure that that pass rush doesn't get to Mahomes. He's got a groin. He practiced all week, and two of them are simulated, so he practiced as much as he can. But you have to make sure that you keep him upright because Quentin Williams is coming, and they've improved their pass rush with him on this team. He's going to draw either Kingsley Suamataia or most likely Mike Caliendo. I think they will likely shift and put him over Caliendo as much as humanly possible because, quite frankly, that's a mismatch. That's not something the Chiefs can win consistently. So what is the key to addressing it? Well, anytime you can, you got to be able to double him. You got to be able to give him help, mostly with Creed, but they're going to get to alignments that are shaded outside of Mike's eyes, and they're not going to be able to do that. So it comes down to Rashee Rice. A bit of Xavier Worthy as well, who did practice in full on Tuesday and seems like in the one practice of the week, he's ready to go. I don't think he's near 100%. I think he might be pushing 85 or 90. That might be a small improvement over last week, but it's not enough to really seal that deal. So it comes down to Rashee Rice being that guy. And I think they need to align him in the slot more. I think they need to make sure that those hot routes are identified, that you know either a call or some kind of visual sign. They can do the low hand signals that they've done in the past, and I think that works pretty dang effectively. But it's got to come down to Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy being those guys that are ready to go hot and get those passes that no one else can really afford to do because you got to get the ball out now. This pass rush is going to be a little bit difficult. Now, I think there is an opportunity here to double down on what you did last week, though, and take that advantage, and that is running the ball at them. That's going to take some doing because I think Kareem Hunt, he's probably out of the cold tub right now, into the hot tub. He'll be back at the cold tub in about 10 minutes because that's his life this week. Is eat, hydrate, sleep, cold tub, hot tub, eat, hydrate, sleep. That's it, because that's what you need from him. Isaiah Pacheco was able to practice some. Now, I don't think he's 100% either, but they're going to try to bring him back, is my understanding, and get him into the action to try to give Kareem some relief. Now, I don't think Andy's going to give us another 45% run play call. I just don't see it coming. I think that they're going to have to double down on doing some of it, though. And they have to use it judiciously to beat up that front, to slow down that front. And that means that they have to be able to run the play action as well. So it comes down to Mahomes. It comes down to those guys recognizing what I think is going to be a lot of zone coverage and understanding where those holes are. I think there is a game script here that can play into their deep past dreams as well. If you run the ball and if you're getting the ball out on hot routes quickly, when you identify the pass rush, especially when they're giving you a 5-man front, you know you're outmanned already. You have to be able to hit those quick hitters. As they do that, they're eventually going to have to shift tactics. And when they do, those deep zones, you're going to get Xavier Worthy and Tyquan Thornton behind them. There will be opportunities for deep shots to connect this game. I guarantee it. I don't think that secondary is up to the challenge as well. So on the offensive side, it all plays together on what you've done the last couple of weeks and what you want to do in the deep game, and it will come to fruition. But You can't gamble on all of that. You have to take your chances where you can. That means you have to get Chris Jones involved. But if you have some things that you'd like to get after, you need to check out Underdog. Underdog just dropped prediction markets, spreads, totals, and team outcomes. And the best part, you can combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. It's available. You can sign up today with the code RGR Football and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are live now in 25 states, including Texas, California, and Florida. And Underdog is available in over 40 states with player picks and draft games. Prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. Crypto.com predictions powered by Underdog predict. Trading derivatives involve risk and may not be appropriate. For more information, visit nadex.com/rules and underdogfantasy.com/rules. For Crypto.com predictions, the term pick refers to a product traded on CDNA. Must be 18 plus, 19 in Alabama, Nebraska, Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. For details. Offers not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.mcpgamblining.org. In New York, call 24/7. The Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Now, there is no substitute for Chris Jones, and you guys know just how important he is. I have been doing this for a long time, and I don't know that I have actively seen someone better in a time that I've been covering this team on the defensive line. Now, that is the current state. They have to maximize that. They have to play off of that. Chris Jones is going to draw some attention. He's going to draw doubles. He might draw triples. And that means that it comes down to two guys that have to take advantage of it, and that's George Karlaftis, number one, and it is Charles Omenihu, number two. Now, I expect that Chris Jones is going to get moved to the outside some. They are likely going to have a backup tackle in the game in Nate Thomas. That has to be exploited. No ifs, ands, or buts. What I want to see them do is play their four-man front, either shift Chris out on some to the defensive end spot to kind of take on that edge rush role. But when they don't, if he's going to take on those doubles, they have to send five. And I want them to get Leo Chenal out there. I want him to play some base defense so they can try to take on the Javonte Williams cavalcade that they are going to send at the Chiefs to try to wear them down. But if Leo's out there, then he can disguise when he's coming, and they can send a five-man pressure with Leo Chenal attacking that backup tackle. I feel confident that that can get home, and that's something that I want to emphasize. They have to be able to stop the run, though, because Javonte Williams ran for, I think it was 88 yards last week. He's going to do that again. We've seen him run on this team when he was in Denver. They need him to set up the play action because George Pickens has the second least separation of any wide receiver with 600 yards or whatever the minimum is. He is playing very, very well. It's going to be up to Jalen Watson and a combination of other players to play either over the top or in combination with him wherever he lines up. Pickens is stirring the drink now. CeeDee Lamb is the guy that is playing off of that. And that means that Trent McDuffie's going to have a little bit more of an opportunity. I don't think they're going to follow him everywhere, as Pickens is lining up mostly on the left-hand side of the formation. I do think they're going to feel like they can put Trent on the opposite side and play around with the slot. Ryan Fournette is probably the guy that's going to be in there, and I think that you're going to let CRW, if he's available, or God forbid, Chamari Connor get in there. The real question is going to be, do you have Noel Williams and do you have Ashton Gillotte that can actually contribute? Those two rookies need to step up their game to have the rest of this team get after Dak Prescott. If they do that, these Chiefs can go down to Dallas and get a W. I think that they will. I'm really looking forward. I want to know what you guys think. We're going to have film for you tomorrow, and we are going to be live on Friday. We're not going to do a post game because we want you guys to have a good holiday. We want to eat our meal as well. And given the timing of this game, we are going to be live on Friday in the afternoon sometime. So be here with us for that, and we will break it all down for you. I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you. Check out Underdog. Thanks for being with us this whole time. I'm Ryan, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for us. If you want the gear, you can get it. If you want the answers, we'll provide them. And I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you then.